This is a summary of my experience so far with Captain Clyde's Randos2Heroes rule set, created for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I started in the village New Gomi with the 4 characters of Reechar, the Hobgoblin detective, Bold White Ash, the Witch Kholo, who's a humanoid hyena, Pomsi, the Ratfolk and willing host, who allows spirits to enter him and teach him skills, and Itichii, the Nightglider Strix. She's an avian humanoid with talons and wings. From New Gomi, they began by traveling to the northeast into some heavily forested mountains, then some forested hills, finally to some lightly forested plains where they camped for the night, and encountered a monster troop, a raven and a Compsognathus, a small dinosaur, Compy from Jurassic Park, if you remember those. They are venomous, like to bite things. The fight was pretty easy there. They were able to just shoot the raven out of the sky, and the Compy. Bolt by Dash actually got both kills after Itichii shot the raven down. After that, they traveled southeast. They found a tomb, but decided not to go inside, being level 0. Seemed a little scary. They continued on through some hills, all the way down here, where they found, during the night, they were visited by a stone lion cub who was exploring the area. Pomsi succeeded in knowledge of the stone lion club, and learned it's a spirit in a construct, so he attempted to make friends with it, and he was fairly successful with his roles, making it friendly to them, and he told them about a cave in the area that was guarded by its parent, which may be something to go back to. After that, they traveled again back to town to cash in their experience from their encounters and their hex mapping. Decent amount of experience there, 184. They restocked on rations and headed back out to the southwest, where they found some mountains. Here, when they were camping, there was a night encounter with a living boulder who careened through the camp. Luckily, Itichii was able to spot it with a critical success and warned all the others who were able to reflex save out of the way and not get crushed by the boulder. After that, they traveled northwest, then north again, and they located a cave in some mountains. They decided to explore this time, being a little bolder and a little short on XP. From the entrance, there was a tight tunnel that Pomsi was able to squeeze through as a Ratfolk, no problem. In that room, we found our first, kind of scary creature. It was a spawning soul rider. It looked scary. It was scary. Pomsi tried to ambush it, but failed. And it attached directly to Pomsi's soul and started to attack his soul. Pomsi fled back up the tunnel, and everyone was able to wail on the creature while he desperately tried to shake it off, and they were able to kill it. No major damage there, so everyone was fine. Back through the tunnels from that area, they found another smaller tunnel. There was also a huge and large exit, which they ignored for the time because big things are in there. Most likely big tunnel, big creatures. But Pomsi squeezed through a second tied exit, and he found an Itichii crab catcher, who is in this book here. This guy there. Itichiis are aquatic humanoids, I believe. Yes, also known as gillmen. He tried to call out, make friends with it, but it was having none of that, and it threatened to eat him. So he ran back up the tunnel. As a tunnel rat, he has special rules to be able to squeeze through tight tunnels quickly. As the Itichii tried to chase him, he just got halfway out of the tunnel, again while the party wailed on him, and were able to defeat him, taking his dagger as treasure. After that, feeling pretty confident and, hey, they killed some things, they decided to camp at the entrance of the cave and head back to town in the morning. Unfortunately, some vipers decided to come into the camp. Ooh, did I lose them? Here we go. Wrong book. A nice picture of some vipers there. 4 vipers came into the camp stealthily. They ended up crawling into the bedrolls of both Bold White Ash and Itichii, 1 in Bold White Ash's bedroll, and 3 in Itichii's bedrolls, just asleep and for warmth. When Bold White Ash woke up for his watch shift, he did notice that there was a snake in his bag. However, he failed his will save to just wait for the snake to leave and tried to extract himself from the bag stealthily, which he failed. Luckily, the viper missed when it tried to bite him, and he was able to scramble out of his bag. This, of course, woke Itichii up, who did notice the snakes in her bag, and she was bitten several times and knocked unconscious. Reechar and Bold White Ash were able to take out 2 of the snakes before I believe Reechar and Bold both went down, just from the snakes biting and their venom. Pomsi tried to save Itichii. He was unsuccessful, very unsuccessful, and unfortunately she died from her wounds. Luckily, Bold White Ash and Reechar were able to recover. Everything was fine there. Only lost 1 character. They went back to town and recruited a new member, Kirsty. Who is a Samsarin scavenger. Samsarin is like a blue humanoid that reincarnate themselves and in order to find enlightenment over many, many lives. We didn't get to learn much about her because immediately on going north out of town and sleeping for the night, an assassin, a Vishkanya infiltrator. Aha. Yes. The Vishkanya infiltrator. Snuck successfully into camp and stabbed her in the back, immediately KOing her. She did not recover from those wounds. Luckily, everyone heard the commotion, woke up, and through some intimidation, were able to scare him off. So they went straight back to town and recruited a new adventurer, Oso. Oso is a Shuni, which is a pug person. A very short, 3-foot-tall pug person. He was a fish seeker from the plane of water. After that, they decided that they were feeling bold. They remember the tomb, and they're like, hey, let's go back to the tomb and see what we can find. Because the cave was not nice. Heading back to the northeast, they re-entered the tomb. In the tomb, they found a couple of severed heads. Just weird, creepy, floating zombie severed heads, which they were able to defeat. For treasure, they did find a set of half-plate. It was pretty nice. Then they just took a nap in the tomb and headed back to town through the southwest. Unfortunately, this is where everything went wrong. During the night, they found a nice abandoned house to sleep in. Well, they thought it was abandoned. It was, unfortunately, the home of a domovoy, which Captain Clyde did cover on his channel. Seen right there. It is a fae, that loves houses, loves to cook and clean, and take care of homes. And apparently, this was still his home. The domovoy immediately threw a dresser at Oso, knocking him unconscious as he was on watch. The sound of a dresser crashing into a small dog person did alert everyone. So everyone woke up. They attempted to fight him. Unfortunately, the domovoys can just go invisible at will. The fight did not go great. Bold White Ash went down as well. So Pomsi, he grabbed Oso, dragged him out of the house. Reechar grabbed Bold White Ash, dragged him out of the house. But on the way out, the domovoy got one more attack in at Reechar and just threw a couch through the window, beamed him in the back of the head, knocked him out. Bold White Ash and Oso were able to recover, got up just fine. Reechar did not wake up. He was killed by the domovoy, but he did save Bold White Ash's life, which was a great thing. Unfortunately, because they were woken up in the night, they did leave most of their armor and gear in that house. Pomsi did try to sneak back in. He was not successful. So they just went back to town to recruit another adventurer, Minthrala. She is a Draxi sprite. Draxis are dragon pixies, like a dragon spirit, dragon fae. She rides a corgi, just some kind of battle corgi. So it's going to be great, and I can't wait to see what they do next.